Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, December 11th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with a follow-up on yesterday's breaking news of the New Japan World Tag League Finals. Bishamon, the team of Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi, defeated El Phantasmo and Hikuleo of the Gorillas of Destiny after 40 minutes and 30 seconds on Sunday in Mashiki, Japan, to become the winners of the 2023 edition of the tournament. The win marks the third year in a row that Bishamon has won the tournament. It's also the fifth World Tag League win for Goto, who previously won in 2014 with Katsuyori Shibata and in 2012 with Carl Anderson. It was announced at a press conference this morning that the teams will have a rematch on January 4th at the Tokyo Dome, with both Bishamon's IWGP World and GOD's NJPW Strong Tag Team titles on the line. Originally known as the MSG Tag League, it was first held in 1980 and won by Antonio Inoki and then WWF World Champion Bob Backlund. It first became known as the World Tag League in 2012, the year it was won by Goto and Anderson. The New Japan World Tag League is predated by the All Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League, which began in 1977 and was first won by Terry Funk and Dory Funk Jr. The 2023 All Japan edition was won last Wednesday by the team of Katsuhiko Nakajima and Hokuto Omori. In injury news, Charlotte Flair was pulled from WWE's weekend house shows after suffering what appears to be a serious knee injury at last Friday's Tribute to the Troops edition of SmackDown. The details of the injury are not yet known, nor is the length of time she may miss as a result. The injury appeared to occur as a result of a missed moonsault spot during her match with Asuka. And finally, WWE came to the Bryce Jordan Center in State College, Pennsylvania last night as part of its Holiday House Show tour. In the main event, Seth Rollins successfully defended the World Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura for the 18th time in the past 2 months. In the evening's other title match, Gunther retained the Intercontinental title in a fatal four-way against Bronson Reed, Ricochet, and The Miz, pinning Ricochet. The win marked Gunther's 89th successful defense of the title since winning it back in June of 2022. In the opener, LA Knight and Kevin Owens teamed to defeat Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa when Knight pinned Uso. Cody Rhodes beat Damian Priest in a street fight after JD McDonough accidentally speared Priest through a table. And in other results, Nia Jax pinned Shayna Baszler, Drew McIntyre defeated Jey Uso after an illegal low blow, and Alpha Academy bested Imperium. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.